familiar with LiveOps? Have you heard of us before? You want me to? Or
Go ahead.
So we're a true cloud contact center provider. We were based in California, recently moved to Austin, Texas. We've been around since the early 2000s. We started as a BPO, a business process outsourcer. So we would go to large companies and we would be their call centers. So we take all those calls into our cloud using our proprietary software and distribute those calls over the PSTN to people working all over the US. Our business is still there today. We have more than 25,000 agents logging in on a daily basis. Battle-tested, battle-proven, reliable, stable platform. A couple of years ago, we had a few customers come to us and they'd say, you know what, we'd actually like to use this technology in-house. One of those customers is Salesforce. So if you're familiar with Salesforce, most people are, and if you use it, if you ever call into their help desk, you're actually being routed through LiveOps, being delivered to a Salesforce representative, and what they're going to get is an instant screen pop within Salesforce. So we provide all those productivity enhancement tools, everything from click to dial, embedded call recording, screen pops, and it's a complete overlay. So we have a very agnostic environment, agnostic to the PBX, agnostic to the network. Most third-party applications we can integrate to. It's a SaaS model, so it's purely subscription-based. Implementation timeframes typically less than 4 to 6 weeks. So for most of our customers, it's a very clean, easy transition from an on-premise or a third-party or a hosted contact center to LiveOps. And the case study that we have here for you today is specifically Salesforce. So anytime you have a customer that's using Salesforce that wants to look at more productivity enhancements, LiveOps is the product of choice. So ask them who they use, and then when you're talking to your customers, say, hey, do you want to use who Salesforce uses? And that, of course, is LiveOps.
That's the dynamics.
We can do Dynamics, we can do Zendesk. We're starting to say that we can integrate with almost any third-party application. There's little asterisks on the end of that, because we can do anything as long as you've got the right amount of time and money. But I mean, the majority of implementations we can do are very cost-effective and very quick. Because we're not physically trying to tie in, we're simply doing things like URL screen pop, URL-based screen pop. Who's calling? Do I recognize the number? Am I prompting the caller to enter a unique ID? And then with information, what am I then presenting to the agent? So it's very clean, very simple, very cost-effective.
So I take it a good opportunity for you guys to be, you got somebody that has multiple locations throughout the country, they're on different systems everywhere, and they want to leverage the technology of being integrated and Salesforce, whatever it is, without having to go out and buy $1 million phone system.
Exactly right. So we are pure. Yeah, you're hired. Yeah, so there is a case study here. Feel free to take a look at that. That's a perfect scenario, but we can scale down to 5 users. We can scale up to tens of thousands of users. And it's simply a pool of licenses that you can allocate to anyone, anywhere. So definitely encourage you to have a read of this.
So like a small company like ours, there's 11 of us, and we use Salesforce.
Yep.
So even a small organization like us that uses Salesforce, there may be an opportunity to see what kind of integrations there that would maybe help our customer service people be able to rack the base that much quicker.
Everything from, like I said, the inbound screen pops, and then we can do outbound IVR, we can do all of the auto dialers using Salesforce. So you can actually use what's called a lead uploader within Salesforce. All of your contacts, all of your leads, have those directly fed into LiveOps and have the auto dialer actually scroll through and present that information to the agent, either automatically or as a push preview, progressive, even predictive if you wanted to.
So with you all being Salesforce being your client, I guess, is there things there then that you've been able to work with them closely on that kind of put you ahead of anybody else that's like, if they're using Salesforce and it's like, we need to talk to you?
Absolutely.
For sure.
So
Okay.
full transparency, that's a Lighthouse account for us, right? So anytime we're making any kind of enhancement, they're going to be part of our beta testing. And if they don't like it, and if they see a way for us to optimize the product, then you can bet your bottom dollar we're going to make sure it works for them, because all of the users will want to use it in the same way.
Charging per seat, or are you charging per network type?
Per seat, purely per seat. So it's a monthly subscription, 12, 24 and beyond. And it's completely usage-based. So the more users you want to put on there, the more you can. It's instant scalability, because it's true cloud. Nothing to download, nothing to maintain, you simply pay for what you use.